Two of the most popular wrestlers of late in the Pacific Northwest. Rick Martel, many think he's going to become just as well liked and as popular as the great Jimmy Snuka, now making international name for himself.
The next event of the evening
back in North Carolina,
falls or to a TV time limit in this a tag team match. Introducing the team of Butch Miller and Luke Williams. Their opponents in this corner, Roddy Piper and Rick Martel.
Roddy Piper. Rick Martel, and it was Martel last Thursday down at Salem who insisted that a week from next Thursday at Salem be kids night. He's the one that went to the promoter and said, I want the kids in free with each paid adult admission. Don Owen is the one that decided to do it for next Saturday here at the Portland Sports Arena, where there will be no television, incidentally. Got a card Tuesday, of course, no television. Well, I was going to say never. I was going to see that there has been no television. Now some talk over in the corner. Buddy Rose wants to stay down at ringside. The crowd is yelling for him to go away. I don't know what Barr has decided or can do. The Sheepherders, incidentally, are the heavyweight tag team champions of the Pacific Northwest. Buddy Rose. Now here's Barr. Let's listen.
Rose, I'm curious about this. This match will not take place if you stand there. It won't start until you're in the dressing room.
Butch Miller really angered of the opinion by Sandy Barr, and he is watching carefully now to see that he gets all the way into the dressing room. Butch Miller, Luke Williams, against Ricky Martel, and neither one of them too anxious to start. Of course, Martel put out of action here 3 or 4 weeks ago by these two guys with the help of Rose. And he wants Ricky Martel, young freshman. Now both of them want to go at it. Piper climbs between the ropes. Says, okay, we'll both go at it. Now Piper going to start instead of Martel. Side headlock, Luke Williams on Piper. Roddy. Piper trying to turn over the wrist lock and tag Martel. When Luke Williams saw Martel coming in, he hit it for outside the ring. Miller keeps yelling. Ricky and Roddy are number one. Well, they certainly are to a lot of people. They aren't to Butch Miller, though. Miller has been haranguing since he got there in the ring for their instructions in this match, haranguing at Roddy Piper about a hair match. The tag to Martel, and again, Luke Williams goes sailing out. Luke Williams lost his crop of hair in a hair match against Roddy Piper. And even at that, he's willing to get in that ring against Piper, but hesitates to do so against Rick Martel. And I tell you, when Martel gets on a rampage, and he has been since he got back, he is something else again. Luke Williams in against Piper as the arm bar turns it over. Forearm smash on that. It now goes to the hammerlock. He just been joined up in the crow's nest by Cowboy Lang. And if we got our signals right, I understand he's going to be at Hillsboro. The midgets will be at Hillsboro tomorrow night. And they're pulling at the hair. Well, Miller says, I'll get his hair one way or another. If he won't go in a hair match with me, I'll pull it out of there. Tag. Luke Williams in. He catches a roundhouse right from Piper. Now gives him one back and another. Flying mare for the takedown. Go behind. Luke Williams with a headlock from behind. Roddy Piper. And of course, the real excitement everybody's waiting for is when Martel gets in there and can keep one of the sheep herders between the ring ropes. But no, he missed it. Thought he had the tag. A headlock worked by Luke Williams. One of the Kiwis going in to interfere. Miller, he is taking out the tag for Rick Martel. And Sandy Barr is disallowing the tag. Sandy Barr disallowing the tag. Miller whipped out of the corner before Martel can get back there into the knee of Miller. The tag, Miller coming in with Piper over in their half of the corner. Their half of the ring, you should say. From pillar to post, one turnbuckle to another. Miller tearing at the hair. Now off the top rope, Luke Williams after the tag. In the back of the head. Miller trying literally to pull a hair. And now Williams, too, out of Piper's head. Williams having lost his head to Piper in a hair match. Piper is trying to power his way over. Now he's carrying. Makes the tag, and watch out. Katie barred the door. Williams did not get out of the ring. He tried to. Miller comes up from behind. Williams whipped into him. The Frenchman is Whalen. And a whip. But he goes up to the second rope and flying off with a flying body press. Rick Martel wins the first fall for his team.
And 5 minutes and 51 seconds. Winner the first fall, Piper and Martel.
For cars in Seattle, 624-4970. And we're ready to get action underway. Luke Williams in against Rick Martel. Martel, top wrist lock, grinding down on it. Leg drop across the left arm. It's in the corner. And Martel working on the left arm. Luke Williams, he tags, coming in to take over the job. And now the pump handle by Piper one time. Had that arm bar turned underneath it and brought it down across the shoulder. The pump handle now goes to jerking on that left arm. Williams has taken most of the punishment. Body slam coming up and going down. Piper covers him with a body press. 1-2, and Sheepherders, neither one go away that easily. Kick to the arm by Piper. Piper goes to whip. He is whipped on the reverse, but he comes up with a knee on Williams coming in after him. Miller is in to interfere. And Martel takes over for Piper, although there was no tag. They faked it. And there was a question about whether they tagged last time, one previous time or not. Sandy Barr's going to let this one go. Oddly enough, the last time they did tag, and he ruled that they didn't. Miller coming in to interfere. They slap hands again. That is, Piper slaps his hands together as he comes in, making the sound of a tag. And Miller saying a man's in illegally. Sandy Barr asked the crowd over that way, and they say yes. There was a tag. Williams and Miller has not been in there much. He was pinned by Martel by a flying press. Martel coming off the second turnbuckle when he was whipped into the corner. That's how he won the first fall. With a hammerlock, Piper. Miller is not there to take the tag. He gets back a little too late. We got Big Mac out here in the floor, one of our crew. I guess he's got his work all done. He's just running around and trying to break up the announcer. Ellen McDonald is his name. If anybody wants to take the name and call into the station. Rick Martel in with the wing lock on the mostly bald painted skull of Luke Williams. Rick Martel from France, and a super athlete. Any sport. I don't think you will find in any sport any greater athlete than this young man. Going for the tag and missing it, Miller. Williams really getting worked on.
5 minutes gone.
Sandy Barr checking the action. Martel with the hold on Williams. Miller trying to sneak in from down the road a little ways there. Crowd alerts referee Sandy Barr, and he's sent back. Got a reverse arm bar on him. Looking into the corner, or against the ropes rather. Luke Williams missed the elbow. Threw the elbow at him, catches a drop kick, and is slammed to the floor. Arm drag slam. And Piper is in. And Sandy Barr not allowing that one. Piper, and going out, pulls Williams all the way over there in their corner. There's the tag. Roddy coming in, and a kick. They are working on that left arm. And remember who came to town and started that stuff a few years ago. About 3 now, I believe. One Playboy, Buddy Rose. Jay Youngblood, a number of other people put out of the wrestling business for a while, usually on that left arm. And Williams is getting that treatment, the treatment that Rose and friends used to put out. Now Williams is getting it from Piper and Martel. Whip into the ropes. Judo chop. Piper wound up, could be it. 1, 2, no. Not enough. There's the tag coming off the top ropes is Martel. Elbow smash, elbow drop actually, off of the top turnbuckle to the left arm. And Luke Williams is really getting worked on. Martel and Piper. And Williams telling Miller to get ready. They got Martel in trouble. Whipped him into a cross and double judo chop right to the throat. Now Miller in. Remember, Williams has been in quite a while, so Miller is fresh. Oh! He planted Martel with an elbow right to the point of the chin. Piper in, I believe, to save him this time. I think he only got a count of 2. Sandy Bar warning him to stay out. Pile driver coming up. And he did not get him way up in the air, but he got banged his head into the mat canvas pretty well. All the way across the ring, and it's a turnbuckle treatment for Martel. Martel groggy. Miller working on him. To the midsection, into the head. Now setting it for a whip into the knee of Williams from outside. Williams gotten his second breath. He comes back in. And immediately gets caught with a roundhouse right from Martel, but Martel had a little taken out of him, and he didn't have much in that roundhouse right. A headbutt to the side of the head by Williams. Williams, a whip. Martel hard into the corner. A kick to the midsection. A roundhouse right is blocked by Martel. He comes back with his own, but couldn't put Williams away with it. Williams now bringing him over, crashing his head. Side of the head into the knee of Miller. Now it's Miller in. Martel trying to get over and tag out as he is in trouble. Miller in to work on him. And he leapfrogs Miller. Miller was going for a shoulder throw. Miller wants to get out of there. He gets over and tags Williams. Martel trying to tag Piper and misses by about 3 inches.
6 minutes remaining.
And ready with the whip. Leapfrog, drop kick. Martel puts him down. Dive for the tag and got it. Here comes Roddy.
5 minutes.
Roddy unloads. And Miller grabs Piper, takes him into the corner. Now here comes Martel. Martel being sent out of the ring. They are double teaming on Piper. Got him draped feet across the bottom rope. Williams is holding him out. And this match is all even. We are all even, 1 fall apiece. We'll be right back after we hear from Tom Peterson. Martel, catch Williams. Now Miller's coming out. They're going at it outside the ring. Martel unloading on Williams. Miller gets Piper inside the ring. Now Miller. Miller and Piper going at it. We got Martel and Williams in their places. Miller out, Williams in. Elbow drop. It's a count of 2 on Piper, but that is all. Piper being taken over to the Kiwis corner. Luke Williams tags Miller and then holds. Miller in with a kick on Piper. Ball apiece, remember. If Martel and Piper can win this one, what they want more than anything is Rose, of course, but they'll also should be given a shot at the championship belts. There's the tag. Here comes Martel. Goes downstairs. Now everybody's in the ring. Suplex drop on Williams. The Cobra put on Miller. The Cobra put on Miller and Buddy Rose. Buddy Rose out of the dressing room. And they've got a scissors. They brought a scissors in. And Miller is going to get his hair cut off. They brought it in to get some of Piper's hair. The scissors finally goes down, and here's some help out of the dressing room. Del Martino, Crusher Stasiak, Parsons, and it's going to be about everybody. Stasiak across the way holding Miller in place. Sal Martino on the far right of your camera holding Piper in his corner. And now Martino goes flying and Piper gets at Miller. Down at ringside, Don Owens looking on and winning it on a disqualification. Piper and Martel. Piper and Martel, and we're going to keep it here. We'll keep it right here. No more commercial timeouts. We're going to keep it here. Don Owens is down at ringside.